So unless you were sleeping under a rock all last week, you know that the Z Fighters broke the internet when they announced their league-breaking acquisition of Jesus Garcia to a negative $200 per year contract. Jesus Garcia, also known as Chewy, was a very popular free agent just looking for a team to give him a chance, and the Z Fighters were that squad. With the arrival of this Z Fighter came the departure of another, but which one was it?
1, 2, 3, Z Fighters! Let's go!
So let's hop right into this game. I did not start on the mound as usual. I gave the mound to Isaiah Saavedra, who I did promise to give a star eventually, and this was it. I'm usually the starter and he's usually the closer, but as you can see, he had these guys fooled, so nothing to worry about so far. So, in the first inning of week 4 against the Cardenales, he'd hold them to no hits and no runs.
Alright, I'm here with Isaiah Saavedra from the Z Fighters. Isaiah, how you doing today?
Pretty good, and you?
I'm doing swell. And I hear that you also make the assumption that you're going to get a no-hitter today. How do you think that's going to go?
I'm feeling pretty confident. We saw the top 3 hitters, or 4 actually. No, 3. And we're actually looking pretty good.
All right, excellent. And last question. I actually hear this is your last game. Can you tell us why that is?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be moving up to Fresno. Be going to school up there. But actually, it quite possibly will not be my last game. I'll probably be back. Just get a couple games in.
All right, that's great to hear. We wish you the best of luck on your journeys now.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
How many batters do you think Aya will go before giving up the no-hitter?
I would say 1.
So I think Aya's probably to give up maybe 2 hits, but it's going to be later on. So he'll maybe strike out like 12 or so like that, something like that.
Aya's going full 9, no-hitter. I'm calling it right now. This guy is looking good on the bump. He always has his head in the game. He's the man.
Today I honestly feel like I'm gonna get about 9 hitters at least before there's a chance at getting a hit. 3.
In the bottom of the first inning, we see our boy DJ get plunked by another pitch in a similar spot as last week. He is now the front runner for Meatbag of the Year. Regardless if our buddy Aya threw a no-hitter or not, we knew we had to capitalize and score some runs, and that's exactly what we did. In the bottom of the first inning, we'd go up to score 4 runs. Things were looking up for the Z Fighters as we'd get a lot of hits this inning and also put a lot of balls in play. Those balls in play would turn into errors or thrown away by the defense, and it was looking good for us. We were having a lot of fun, and it was obvious the energy was up and we were scoring a lot of runs, enough runs to give plenty of insurance for our pitcher. Our onslaught would not stop, however, as Jaime Lamas would rip a shot into the gap and score another run. So now with 2 runners on, that would set the stage for Jesus Garcia and his first ever at-bat.
What do you think about the new recruit?
We picked him up from Home Depot.
And our new recruit, he's looking good. He's swag. Trust me, dude. Lion tattoo, have you ever seen that shit? Sick.
I actually talked to my agent this morning. With possible trade. Can't be seen with that clown.
I only threw a couple of tosses with him, but he seems athletic enough to handle the outfield. So
Nice.
came in late as hell. He looks like a ball player, so we'll see how he does.
My name is Jesus Garcia. I'm number 1, and I've never played baseball.
You should have seen the look on my face when I found out this guy was looking for a Sunday League soccer team and not a baseball team. He's actually never played baseball in his whole life, so yeah, we got another rookie.
Not just your body.
We'll get back to that debut later, but in this clip, we see Isaiah Saavedra physically frustrated on the mound as he gives up a hit on the first pitch of the second inning. It goes slowly downhill from there as this guy would get a bunt single to find a way on base. And with 2 on and nobody out in the second inning, a fly ball would be hit to Chewy, who was patrolling center field, and he'd catch it. The rookie comes up with the play and saves us from disaster. Like most Sunday League teams, these guys were persistent and they just found ways to get on base, whether it be by a hit by pitch, a ground ball that turned into an error, or a little blooper up the middle. They found ways to get on and they came scoring runs. In 3 innings on the mound, Isaiah would give up 5 runs on 4 hits and 5 Ks. So after 3 innings and 7 errors from the defense, Isaiah came off the mound and we were tied 5-5. After realizing the game was tied, we knew we had to break it open again, but we were struggling at the plate again. We could not find ways to score no matter what we did. Yes, we did score 4 runs in the first inning, but after that, we only sprinkled them home as a ground ball right here would score another run for us. It looked as though we were getting another rally going. Another 4-run inning was coming as Brain hits a laser to left field and gets on, but this inning would be quieted down with this strikeout by Nati. In the midst of this nail-biting game, Chewy comes up for his second at-bat and strikes out again. After giving my boy Brain an inning of work on the mound, I subbed myself in to throw a few innings in the top of the 5th. What started off as a strong relief appearance went down the drain immediately as I get another strikeout here. I don't want to discredit myself. I did throw a few good pitches. We played an extremely sloppy game last week in week 3, and it should be noted that week 4, this week, was worse. It should also be noted that we did not practice once this entire week, and it was clear. It was very clear. The defense was not good at all. Straight up just not good. The pitching could have been a lot better. Not a good day for either of us. We were just struggling to survive this game, and it shouldn't have been that way. We should have blown these guys out of the water as soon as the game started. So let's recap this in one shot. We're down 6-5 at this point. Apapo goes into the outfield. Austin collides with Chewy. Boom, the ball drops. Austin gets up quick. The runner's hustling around third. He grabs the ball, fires a laser home. One hop to Brain, who freezes the runner. See you later. We move to the bottom of the 5th where we're down by 1, looking to make a comeback, but Jeff strikes out. I came up to the plate next, anxious to tie the game.
Hey, let's rock one here, yeah?
My boy Brain bats behind me, and he guaranteed me that if I were to get on base, he'd cash me in.
That shit was in the glove already.
My boy Brian is usually one to pull through on his promises, so I knew what I had to do. I singled up the middle and got on base like he asked me to. So now let's just see what happens.
Oh, that's gone. Yeah.
So Brain did injure both of his hamstrings while running the bases, which is why he only got to second base, but I believe he could have scored. And fun fact, he stripped me of my title for furthest ball hit. So good for him, bad for me.
Hey, Felipe, don't you want to be MVP? Come on.
So with the MVP title on the line and a few runners on base, Felipe Perez would come up to the plate and strike out, getting the Cardenales out of the inning. Top of the 6th inning now, tied 6-6, and from this point on, we would no longer score any more runs, meaning we either lost or tied this game. Suddenly, everything blew up in my face.
¿Qué te dije?
Pause of course, but this guy would rip a ball into the gap that would cash in 3 runs for his team, leaving the score 9-6, Z Fighters down. I was on the mound in shambles, wondering how the hell this oldie found a gap on me. You see, it's very common for these Sunday League teams to be full of old guys on their team. We only have one, which is Felipe Perez, my dad. Well, at least they're old to us because we're relatively young compared to them. As a team, we just collapsed. We did not bring it at all today. I'd actually go on to give up 3 more runs in the next inning after getting out of this one. So, no point in showing that. Just believe me. I had 6 earned runs this game. Just an ugly stat book to look at. We'd go on to lose 12-6, and the Z Fighters' undefeated season is now over.
Alright, Nati feels a little upset about today. You want to talk about it?
A lot of errors, a lot of constants, a strikeout. I'm not gonna lie to you, that Blue was not calling it today. That Blue
100% agree.
Blue was just not having it. I don't know. Might have woke up on the wrong side of the bed or something, but hey, you know what?
Hey, it happens.
We lose. We
It
win,
happens.
You know, but this is brotherhood. Nonetheless, come back, fight harder for next game.
Absolutely. Thank you for your honesty, Nati.
We took our first loss today. It's all right. It happens to everyone. Just so you know, that team is a division above us. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have killed them, but that's what we should expect. That's a bad team in the division above. So just because we're winning right now doesn't mean we're going to keep winning against the next division when we move up, right? So yeah, still got to keep killing everybody. Unfortunately, we did not win, so we don't really have an MVP today. Nope. But this is Aya's last game for a while, so Aya, come on up here and get this commemorative game ball, not MVP. Not MVP.
What do you think, Mia?
How many errors do we have?
Any good players? How many errors? A couple, like 5, I want to say.
Yeah, we got 5.
We had more than 6.
We got
that was like 8. 2 players collided.
We got boys out here putting their lives on the line, fucking throwing hammies out.
Best player, Mia?
Probably Brian.
Brian? I agree. What do you think of Vladdy's pitching today?
Started gassing out at the end.
Could have been better, huh? Could have been better.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get the feel.
What about Felipe Perez? How do you think his performance was throughout the game?
Could have gotten at least 1 hit.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Disappointed in the Z Fighters.
Me too. Disappointment is the exact word I would use for today's game. Well, thank you so much, Mia, for your time.
And speaking of disappointment,
We're here with Chewy Garcia with his Sunday League debut. How do you feel, Chewy?
Not the debut I wanted. 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts. So
Hey, I heard you got a catch out there.
Oh yeah, I had a catch. So I was gonna have another catch, but Austin got in my way and I crashed into him. Not what I wanted, but
Hey, you learn.
learn, you learn.
All right, how do you feel about next week?
Well, I'm gonna get some batting practice. Hopefully, I get on the score sheet next week, and let's see how it goes.
Nice. All right, well, thank you, Chewy. All right, you just lost one of the last games you're gonna play in a minute. How do you feel?
It's a little bit sad, but you know, it was a really good game. I like that we actually had to put some effort out there today.
That's a good
Even though
point.
it came out the loss, it was a cool feeling. It was alright.
Pitching wise, how do you feel you did today?
It wasn't my best day. Couldn't really find the zone, but you know, yeah, it took a lot out of me today. But it was a fun outing.
And what are you gonna miss most about this?
Man, these are my guys, man. I'm gonna miss all of them. Gonna be a little bit, but I'm only gonna be gone for a little bit.
True. Well, good luck in Fresno, man.
Thank you.
This is my picture right here. This is my picture right here.